Conan with Bella TV, and I'm joined today by Azazie's Chief Marketing Officer, Ranu Coleman. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Azazie is a beautiful bridal dress company and more. Can you tell me a little bit about the brand?
Sure. So, Azazie is, I would say, the leading direct to consumer bridal company. We offer everything from bridal gowns, bridesmaids dresses, tons of accessories. We're really well known in the industry for our high quality products, affordability for sure, and size inclusivity. Azazie's just in general very committed to body positive fashion. We are one of the first bridal retailers actually to offer dresses from sizes 0 to 30. And we also offer free custom sizing, mainly because we know that every body type is different. And in general, there's usually an additional cost for something like that. The company started in 2014, and we now actually serve 1 in 10 US brides. So we've seen just a tremendous amount of growth over the last 7 years.
I personally wore one of your dresses for my best friend's wedding, and they're gorgeous. I want to kind of switch gears and talk about how the pandemic impacted the bridal industry. It was truly unexpected and took a toll on millions of companies. How did the bridal industry change for Azazie during the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question. So I think in general, just shifting consumer buying habits in an industry that is so traditional, and that's also so based around kind of like a personal connection, like the bridal industry. It doesn't really happen overnight, but basically when COVID hit and all of the brick and mortar stores closed, everything shifted online more than ever, and people sort of had to learn how to navigate it. I think convincing customers to shop online for a major purchase like a bridal gown, it's definitely not easy, but it's something that people have adapted to and kind of embraced because I think they've also realized it's a lot more affordable and just overall very convenient. And essentially, this has been Azazie's business model since we launched. And being a direct to consumer company, we actually saw a lot of growth in the past year. And we made a lot of adjustments to our business model pretty quickly to just make sure that our sales were strong and that we were kind of meeting our customers' needs given all of the changes that were happening.
And what kind of steps did Azazie take to pivot and stay afloat during the pandemic?
We took a lot of steps, I think, pretty rapidly. So the first one for us that was really top of mind was safety. So we launched face masks to match all of the bridesmaids' dresses. We offer them in over all 80 colors. We also started selling masks for the grooms and the brides as well. We did that right away, and the sales of those have actually been really high. I think much more than expected. So it's definitely something people wanted. We also released a collection called Azazie Romance because so many women had now shifted to having these elopements and micro weddings over Zoom. We wanted to sell a collection that was really affordable, very simple yet elegant, bridal styles that they could wear for these type of situations. I think because so many people had lost their jobs, affordability was really, really top of mind. So we dropped all of our prices too. We lowered the price point for a lot of our bridesmaid styles to $69. And then something else for us that was also really important was we wanted to figure out a way to give back. So we actually started donating bridal gowns to people who had been kind of affected by the pandemic. A lot of them were first responders or frontline workers. And these women already had kind of a lot of stress in their lives. So we wanted to help however we can. And we figured, paying for their dress was one way that we could do that.
That's amazing, and I'm so happy that Azazi is giving back. And you also have a home tryon program. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. So our at-home try-on program is really kind of our answer to brides who want convenience and comfort while shopping for their dress from home. This program really became pivotal because of COVID. So basically, the essence of the program is that we allow brides to try on dresses at home for a small fee. It's $15 per bridal gown and $10 per bridesmaid's dress. They get to keep it for a week, and then we cover the shipping. So at a bridal salon, I think what happens is some brides, they tend to feel very rushed because of like their limited appointment window, or they feel really self-conscious in front of strangers, or maybe a little bit pressured into buying a gown. So I think customers really started gravitating towards this at-home try-on option. And especially now because of COVID and, safety concerns, it just became a really, great offering for them to be able to try all of these dresses on at home, invite their friends over, pop some champagne. They kind of made it into like, a party still. So it was still good for them.
It's amazing. I'm so excited that the bridal industry is picking up again. I want to talk about bridal trends. The
Sure.
bridal industry is starting to boom again, and I'm actually having a wedding next year. So talking to you
Oh,
about
good to hear.
bridesmaids dresses is like super exciting for me. So what are some bridal trends we can look out for?
Yeah, there's quite a few. So that whole thing I was talking about towards like a shift towards this minimalist dressing, a lot more modern looks, that's still happening, and we're seeing it all throughout this year. So a lot of jumpsuits, bridal pantsuits, shorter styles, that very kind of 90s Kate Moss slip dress. All of that is really popular right now. We're also seeing a lot of brides gravitate towards more color for their bridal gowns. Statement jewelry for brides is pretty key, especially if the gown is a little bit more understated. Denim jackets are actually really popular. A lot of brides are wearing it over their dress, and you can get like some cool stitching on the back that says, bride or whatever you want on it. We've also noticed that elopements, I think in general, are pretty much here to stay. I think a lot of people are kind of embracing something that's a little bit more intimate. So those are definitely the trends I think that we're seeing right now.
That's amazing. I see them all over like social media, like the cute jean jackets, sometimes the
Uh-huh.
leather jackets. I think it's adorable and super customizable, which is amazing. I also want to mention you were featured in Bella magazine actually for 7 Bella bosses we admire this April. I wanted to ask, is there a message you'd like to give to women entrepreneurs?
Women entrepreneurs. I would say that it's just important to kind of, follow your instincts, be confident in yourself, always take a lot of initiative, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. If anything, that's always kind of made me work even harder just to prove them wrong.
Absolutely. I feel like that's super inspiring words. I also want to see if you had a message for any future brides out there that's looking. Wedding planning is stressful, so being the chief marketing officer, I'm sure you've seen it all.
Yeah. I think it's just been such a tough year for brides in general. I would say that there is really no wrong decision regarding how you want to have your wedding right now or what you want to do. I think you have to do what's best for you and your comfort level. And I think at the end of the day, what a lot of people are forgetting is that it's one of the most exciting times in your life. So enjoy it and embrace it. Be creative. And remember that if you do kind of decide to invite a lot of guests, they'll be ready to celebrate for sure and kind of gather and be together in person. So I think it'll be like a celebration in a lot more ways than one.
That's that's great advice because I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, should I be stressed out? And then I try to remember like it's all for fun, it's good things
Yeah.
to be stressed out about to celebrate with family and friends after such a crazy tough year we've all had. But thank you so much for your time. I'm so happy to hear about Azazie and your insight on bridal trends. I This is a very fun conversation. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I hope to hear from you again soon. So thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.